NBA announced the all-defensive teams on Tuesday. So big men dominated the first team with Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert receiving the most first-place votes. Wemby got the second most first-place votes with Bam Adebayo, Herb Jones, and Anthony Davis rounding out the first team. Second team was all guards, Alex Caruso, Jalen Suggs, Derek White, Jaden McDaniels, and Drew Holiday getting the honors. Well, you can say Jaden's a small forward, but mostly big men on the first team.
Mostly all big men.
Yeah, I'm gonna say all big men. Like
Herb is a power forward.
Okay.
The first team was all.
This is horrible.
Yeah, this is stupid.
What?
This is dumb.
Let it be known, Gil.
The easiest job on defense is to sit back there and just wait for the guard to get there to block the shot.
Yeah.
Right? Picking somebody up full court, trying to keep them from there. Like the guard has more responsibility defensively, right? So the guard has to pick up full court. If there's doing some trapping, they got to do some switching, right? So they're doing a lot of heavy lifting on the defensive end, and the big man is back there blocking and securing the rebound, right? So the fact that you got 5 big men as all first team, y'all are lazy now. Right, when NBA players are saying this guy is the best guard, like think about the best players in the NBA, right? When we bring it down, when it comes to just ranking them, if we say all right, Jokic, Embiid, right, 1, 2, and then we can throw in Giannis 3, right? From there, then it goes guards before you get to Anthony Davis. Right? So that means, the Shays, the Lucas, the Kyries, whoever got to guard LeBron, whoever got to guard Tatum, Booker, KD, Curry. Like, think about all the people that got to guard these people, right? You just got to be great on 3 people that whole season, right? So if you're on the East or you're on the East or the West, you're only playing one of those big men a few times. So you're not being challenged all year round like somebody like a Caruso, a Holiday. They're being challenged every night by somebody dominant.
Yeah. And then they say Drew Holiday's like the best.
They ain't
Well, the last year in the players poll,
Yeah.
they voted him as the best defender in the league. The anonymous players who
So he doesn't make. So what happened this year in their first?
And Halliburton
what
also
happened this
confirmed
year?
This year he was saying he was the best defensive player.
You ain't rolling?
You like that list?
No, I don't like that list because Ant-Man not in there.
Yeah.
Certain two-way players that should make it based on who they, like you saying, you roll it out perfectly, right? Because I say like Caruso, Suggs, and all them, if they getting buckets put down on them night in, night out, you can't be on this list because you're not stopping nobody. Just because you're a good hustle player, like they would put Pat Bev up there because he move around and he's always like a gnat on somebody, right? He looks like he's playing good defense, but if you putting 40 on his head every time, and somebody might have like a 10-point game one game, and it's like, oh, he played great defense. But it's like, you got a guy like Ant-Man who's shutting you down in key moments of the game, where it's like, no, I got him now. Let me shut him down. When he's in that position all the time against the best players, I'm considering that like all defensive. Like, and even what he's saying about the big man, great point. Because you don't get that challenge all the time. And that's why the metrics for a defensive player of the year or all defensive team is the other intangibles, other than just shutting your man down, is being an all-around defensive player, on the pick and roll, off ball, all that other shit. But for the guards, it's harder. Like, what does your off-ball defense look like? Are you getting steals and deflections?
Yeah.
So if you're not just shutting your man down, what is the metric?
Charges, help side. You know what I mean? So,
Blocks.
Yeah.
So that's why I say with Ant-Man
like
block shots.
A block this year that was like one of the best defensive plays I've seen all year.
It doesn't look. It just aesthetically, it just doesn't look good. It's just like.
And the offensive players are looking at Caruso like, man, we just to bust his ass. How he do? How he make that? Suggs for Orlando, we busting your ass. What you mean?
Well, think about it. Who was picking up Brunson full court?
In the Indiana series?
CJ, right?
McCollum. Yeah. And Nimehart.
All right, so
Nimehart, yeah.
Now those metrics don't don't account for somebody like that. He's picking up full court,
Whole game.
right? Doing that. His big man don't do nothing, just sit there.
Facts.
And I'm just sitting there waiting. All right. And then I get the block. He done picked up full court, made this man run and do all this, and then I come in with the block and I look like the great defensive player. That just doesn't.
So
It doesn't equate. That's what I said. They don't have an equation for that.
Yep.
Their equation is after you get past half court, who is closer to that miss? Like who's closer to the miss?
Yeah.
Right. If someone's
Yeah,
making
that is
all
wild.
layups, obviously the big man.
Right.
Right. Team efficiency. Like it just
There's
the
no-
metrics is not made for.
There's no metric for energy expended.
Yep.
The energy that is expended for a guard to pick up 94 feet and like what they did to Murray, Minnesota did to Murray, nigga. like that alone?
That was some real AAU defense.
Woo! Like they got to start tracking. Like think about like miles being tracked, right? Like offensively and defensively, right? You know, like a guard. If you telling this guard he has to pick up full court, he has to pick up full court, 94 feet, to then do that. Like you have to account how much output a guy is actually putting in, because a big man is just sitting back there relaxing.
Facts.
So, in your guys' opinion, what makes a great defender in the league? Obviously, there's a lot of intangibles that don't show up in the stat sheet.
Effort, relentlessness. Like even though you beat him, he's like I beat him and he's still there. He's still challenging. Like that second and third effort. Like
Yes.
Guys where if I went, even though he's a great defensive player, but I got past him and he gave up. Like
Yeah.
But if I'm going there like somebody like Tony Allen, right? I'll get by him,
Man.
right? He'll swipe here, I'll switch it. He's some guy here. Like even though I get a good shot, he made me think about where he is
Yep.
all time.
Yep. Yep. I'm mad Colin Sexton didn't make it. Colin Sexton is a
yes.
fucking
Like somebody like him.
Yeah.
incredible.
I agree with that.
Somebody like him, like he's picking up full court.
What?
Yeah.
Like he's making you use energy.
And he's everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's not just to pick up, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about some guards, they'll pick up because that's their job, right? I'm in the game to pick up. But when he beats you, a lot of guys try to segment going to the next open guy. That alleviates when we're looking at a 4-on-5 situation where he got beat, the next man has to rotate over. But if he gets back that second effort you're talking about to get back into the play, that guy don't got to rotate.
Yeah.
Now he gets back into play. I think last night when they blocked Derek White's shot and he was trying to shoot the three, Halliburton got back in the play, blocked that shot. He wasn't expecting that because it was a 4-on-5 situation. A good defender gets back into the play. Now you don't got to rotate. I got this. But when you late, you got to go all the way over to the last rotation. I think that's when the guard is really, really good at defense. It's the effort, like you said. Second, third effort is the best part of playing defense. It's never giving up. It's being relentless.
Like even like little stuff like tagging, right? That's not even in an equation, right? Where someone is tagging, somewhere is like a criteria has to be how many plays did this guy prevent from happening.
Facts.
That's not part of a criteria.
That's the anchor part.
Yes, like I'm trying to let's say I'm a guard and there's a big and I caught him on the ISO, and then a Drew Holiday, he'll see that's a mismatch. He'll just come over and flood that side.
Yep.
Right, he'll come over and flood it. So I can't take the big man. Now the fact that I passed it, that's a stop.
Yes.
He stopped me. He stopped me from taking this motherfucker off the dribble. That's a stop.
Man.
Yeah.
But he's not accounting for it. He's not accounting for prevention work. Some of these guys are great. Drew Holiday is when I watch him and I'm breaking down defense, because I know what the offense is trying to do, I'm watching like, yo, this dude does a lot of preventive work.
Yep.
Right, he is a big time tracker. That's why I said like the wild thing, Braziel. I would have averaged 50 against fucking Cleveland.
He knew where to be.
If he wasn't tracking me the whole time, meaning I got Brown on the ISO, like, oh, watch out. And he comes flood, like, oh, come on, dog.
I got it.
So I had to do, this is how I had to do. All right, when he's in the game, I had to do two moves. I'm gonna go hard, knowing he's about to float over to come here to shoot a jumper. I couldn't just go by him, right? So now I gotta All right, boom, switch, shot. So if you ever see me playing, you'll see moves. I had to do 2 moves, not because Braun was on me. It's because Vrajal is flooding over. He's tracking me, so I got to go, get him. I'm getting him to move to come here to shoot a jumper. Now it looks like LeBron turned me when it's Vrajal turning me.
And because he's coming over loading up for the charge.
Yep, loading up for the fucking charge.
Because he's like, oh, Gil likes to go and take off from here.
Yep.
The trackers always love, it's the mic back in football. Like, I know that I need to be here for you to make the extra play. If you come around that corner and I make you go on the outside, I don't do my job. But I come around the corner and I make you go inside, the better chance for the defense to get to you, right? So you look like you're saying Drew Holiday at the nail, that's recognition. I know what play they running. They trying to get to this motherfucking nail. I'm going to make them pass to Derek White and we're going to close out to him. And we're going to push him off the three-point line. He's going to pass to the corner. Now I got to depend on my teammate to be the rotating guy. If you got a good defensive team like Minnesota, you know all we got to do is be on the nail, close out to the three-point line, make them make the next pass, and be there on the catch. That's great defense. But like you said, the anchor is not a metric that they're even judging by because you can be a great anchor mic back and not get no credit for it.
And we talk a lot about the media voting for a lot of these awards, but I got to see the people in the media lock up on defense first.
It ain't even about lock up.
I'm just saying. I got to see.
It's know what you're looking at. All right, so look, I would challenge the media to do this. Just for research purposes and being a student of the sport you're talking about. When you guys gave Luka all that credit for defense, and that was the narrative you push, all those clips you show, look at the back line, right? See who the real defenders are, right? There was a reason you only said he was a great defender that game. Yep. You never use that narrative again or before that. Look at the guys behind him and see what they're doing to make him look like the great defensive guy that you guys were pushing, right? Go to all those clips and watch. He was never alone, right? It's like getting in the fight, right? And then your homies is behind the door. Your homies is behind the camera. Like, you know that camera dude that's in like, yeah, what's happening? Yeah, I'm here. And you got 52 dudes back here, right? Of course he's not going to swing, right? You see this guy doing this on a one-on-one fight? The reason he's getting his ass up and he's not punching back is because behind the camera, there's a bunch of dudes that's sitting there ready. I dare you.
I dare you
to swing.
Stand
you
on
about to get
business.
mopped out. You really think I'm getting beat up by a dude with a cell phone in his strong hand? He's strong hand cell phone hitting me with his left, and you don't think I'm about to mop him? No, he got 52 dudes back there.
Well, if you stand on business, Gil, you stand on business.
Nah, I'm not standing on. Yeah, I'm standing on business. I'm gonna take these weak. I'm gonna take these weak little punches. All right, man, come on, come on, dude. All right, I get it, dog.
Come on, man.
I get it, dog. You know what I mean? That's where you see that. I get it, dog. All right, man, you won, dog.
All right, well,